Please hit subscribe and change it to past tense.
Hi Speechies, it's Lisa. Welcome back to Speech Fairies. Today I have some preschool books that I'm going to go over. You can tell there's kind of a theme here. Whose toes, whose feet. And these are books that I often use for articulation. This one's part of a series, Whose Feet, and it's a popular one among the Speechies. So you can also get Whose Ears, Whose Nose, and you can also get Whose Home, I believe. So Jeanette Rowe is the author of this one. I'm not sure if she's the author or the illustrator. This is a good one. It's nice and simple, it's repetitive. Whose feet, and then you can say it's the frog's feet. It has it written there too. And this one is good for possessives. It's good for working on the F sound. It's good for retraction, so feet. So there's duck's feet. And kiddos can guess whose feet. This one everyone always guesses elephants, but it's actually a tortoise. So they just have really cute illustrations. And it's pretty simple and repetitive. So that one is Whose Feet. That one was the one I was looking for a really long time and never found, but I found other ones along the way, and I thought I'd show you those as well. So this one is also called Whose Feet. It's a ladybird book. It's also Lift the Flap. You can see I found it thrifting. There's a bunch in this series that look pretty good. I don't think I have any of the other ones. Whose Nose, Whose Ears, Whose Bottom, and Whose Stripes, and Whose Spots. I'd like to get some of those ones. So this one has some more descriptions built in. Who am I, waddling my flat yellow feet? I am off to the pond for something to eat. So you can kind of see little parts of him. So this is good for part-whole relationships as well. And we look under and we'll see it's a duck. Webbed feet are splendid for swimming. So this one has a little bit more descriptive words in it, which is nice. So look at my feet. How many can you see? You're lucky not to have as many as me. You can see many, many feet. It's a centipede. All these feet make me fast. So it's got some nice F sounds built in. So we have hooves for clippity-clop from the horse. And we've got a bird and a monkey. So not many pages, but it's got some nice descriptors in it, and it's got the F sound and some little part-whole relationship concepts in there. So that's a good one. And this one, Whose Feet Are These? I think the dollar store recently had these in, but like a smaller size. So this is a big one. So who is pink and stands on one leg? It's a flamingo. So this one has lots of pages, which is nice. Who stomps around and has a trunk? So it's got third person singular in there around too, so that's good. It's got the third person singular in there as well, so stomps and likes. And some animal attributes as well. So who walks slowly and carries its home on its back? A turtle. Who is covered in soft wool and has a long neck? The llama. So that one's a cute one as well. Kind of more realistic illustrations in this one. So Whose Feet Are These? 2012 Flying Frog Publishing. So there's lots of different things you could call them. You can call them feet, you can call them paws, you can call them toes, depending on what target you're working on. Here's another one. It's got real pictures in it, which is nice. Real photographs. Feet, creature features. So different creatures have different feet. Some have flippers. Some have paws. These are words that repeat when you're looking at creature features. Toes. Some have claws. So there's rhyming in there too. Some have 2 feet. Some have 4. Some have 8 feet. And some have more. Some feet are small, some feet are big, some feet can hop, and some feet can dig. So it's got some action words in there too. Some have socks, and some wear shoes. But I like my feet. How about you? Not a great rhyme, but it's okay. With the interesting outfit there. So it talks about which animals are which, so that you can kind of talk about those creature features as you go along. And it even has an index, so some book knowledge as well. So there's others in this series as well. Feet, hair, noses, and tails. So I don't have any of those, but we'll have to keep an eye out for it. So this one was published in 2002. So you may be able to find it out in a used bookstore or thrifting. I'm saving my favorite funny farm until last. This one is The Peephole Story. It's Whose Toes Are Those? By Joyce Elias and Kathy Sturm. This one has lots of nice pages too. This one is 1992. And it has like a little poem. Whose toes are those? I don't read those with my preschoolers. Or you could read just the last little bit here. His snout makes a snort and his body is long. He has 4 short legs and his claws are strong. And there's like a little hole in the book. And then when you turn the page, you can see who it is. It's an alligator. And then again, it's got the whole poem, but I'm just going to read the last part. I'm just going to read the last part. Upside down, he hangs around. Those paws are claws. Whose toes are those? And there's a little hole there, so you can see. It's a bat. Sorry about the glare. There he is. And then we have another foot hiding down there. Peanuts are what he likes to eat. Do you see his great big feet? And you can look through the hole and find the elephant. So this is something different, looking for the hole and looking for a foot that doesn't belong. Frog. There's some more feet there hiding between the other feet. Good for prepositions too. Kangaroo. I'm glad they're not just really easy animals. They're kind of, well, this one's easy. I know whose paws those are. A lion. The rhinoceros is running away. You can even work on things like in front. So here's someone hiding behind the toucan. Who's hiding behind? Let's look. It's a monkey. And then you could review in front. You can say, oh, the toucan was in front of the monkey. Same with that rhino page. So the rhino is in front of the lion. The lion was behind the rhino. So that's a cute one as well. Read the verse that goes with the picture and then turn the page and see if you're right. So that's a cute book too. A Whose Nose, Whose Toes book. It was published in 2003. Oh, you can see I've messed with it a little bit. So it's supposed to say whose nose is that, and I put face. It's because I was working on the F sound. So whose face is that? It's my face, squeaked the mouse. And then whose feet are those? They're my feet, roared the tiger. So it's got some past tense in there. It's got some whose questions. Whose face is that? It's my face, grumbled the rhinoceros. Whose feet are those? So it alternates. If you don't want to work on the kind of the first person there, you could say they're the penguin's feet. Whose face is that? It's the pig's. It's my face, grunted the pig. So it has the action words and the past tense in there too for all the animals. So it's kind of cute. Whose nose and whose toes from 2003. And last but not least, my favorite one is The Funny Farm. And this book I got for $3 in like a clearance bin. I often leave the prices on my most prized items that I found that are my favorites. So this one is like a little book, but it also has a little box on the front that you can open. About the creatures. So I like that there's like a little story with it. Farmer Finkel had gone to town. His wife was feeding the animals, but she wasn't paying very close attention and she gave them all the wrong food. So I work on this one with F quite often. So she gave them the wrong food. They ate it, but it didn't taste quite right and it didn't feel quite right. And then cock-a-doodle-bat, cried the rooster when he looked back and saw his furry little tail. The animals looked around. Each had someone else's back end. So you could see that we've got the chicken with a goat on the back and a frog with a duck on the back. So these are the magnetic pieces that it comes with. They're really thick cardboard, but they're magnetic, so you can actually build the silly animals. You can work on S too with this one because they're silly. So we kind of build them as we see them in the pictures. So I have them all built here. We've got the horse on the front and the dog on the back. So this is good for prepositions front and back as well. So they're really funny pictures and they're silly and we have lots of laughs looking for the front and the back of everything. Then Farmer Finkel comes back and he fixes all the animals. So he gives them the right food and then they get fixed. So that's another opportunity to go through some of the vocabulary again. And we can work on final F and take them off and fix. So then we have our animals back to normal again. So that's a really fun activity and a book at the same time. So it takes a little bit longer to go through, but the kids love it. I also have the other one in this series, the Princess Mess. Those are just good for final S. And this one is from 2007. So it's an activity and a book all in one. I have a game that goes with that too, where there's animals and you get to match the front and back of them. There's some that are magnetic, and then I have, yeah, I think they're all magnetic. Front and back magnetic animals. So those are my feet books. So I wanted to share those with you in case you're looking for something that you would like to work on any of these targets, either toes or feet or bum even sometimes works. And if you need any publishing or information as to how to find some of these, don't forget to follow Speech Fairies on Instagram, all one word, and you can leave us a comment there. Unfortunately, the comments are switched off on the videos because I had to mark this channel for kids because some of the activities and books and games, kids might be interested in them, so I have to mark my channel as such. But you can give us a like and you can hit subscribe for us. That would be great. And we'll see you very soon. Bye for now, everyone.